Now we are going to go. Yeah. We're going to go down to the underwater section. Well, the underground section. It's ironically both underground and underwater. So, I mean, that's cool, I guess. Also, it raises an interesting question that I don't ever think gets answered, like, ever. So, we're about to go into this place that has, like, a million trillion gallons of water, right? But, like, there's only two ways that could have gotten so much water in this room, like the way it's configured and everything. And one of those ways is either use the groundwater, you know, from the Arkley Mountains, which would take, like, forever to fill up that tank, right? Like, from a river or whatever. And even then, the water would be impure. You'd have to, like, chlorinate it and all that stuff. Or they'd have to truck in the water, which would make even less sense because you'd think that people would notice that they were filling this gigantic pool up, you know, with a bazillion trillion gallons of water. And the problem is, beyond that, is that there's sharks in these waters. I don't think sharks can live in fresh water. I think they have to live in salt water. I mean, yeah, they're undead sharks. They're like zombie bioweapon sharks. But still, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, what? Like, how do the sharks survive there? I mean, yeah, I guess if they're zombies, they could theoretically survive anywhere, but it's not just the fact that they need the, you know, salt water to survive. They also need the salt water for their biochemistry to function. So, like, you know, how is the T-virus, or the progenitor virus, or whatever they're infected with, so powerful that it allows sharks to exist outside of their habitat in a situation or an environment that would not be conducive to their very existence, you know? It's like if the T-virus allowed humans to survive, or I guess not survive, but like be zombies on top of, like, you know, tall frosty mountains without freezing, or in volcanoes without burning up. Like, at that point, T-virus doesn't just reanimate dead tissue, it also just performs magic. Very confusing. Anyway, you want to push all three of those boxes into place, so you can use them as a platform to run across this water. Oh look, a green herb. We're going to need this. Oh. This part's going to get kind of tense. If you're worried... If you're worried about being nibbled on by sharks, then I would recommend taking the shotgun with you. Otherwise, just run, baby! These are zombie sharks. They're not regular sharks, they're bioweapons. And those guys are the babies. The mama is Neptune, and she's coming right now. Use the control room key. Yeah, throw it away. No! Oops. That's not great. I panicked and accidentally hit no. Ooh, that's no good. The warning lamp in case there's an emergency. Yeah, there's fucking sharks out there, guy. I don't know if there's ever a situation where holding on to a key makes the game unwinnable, but it does make certain situations unwinnable. Like, basically, if you hold on to a key or a key item that unlocks a door, and you go into the door and you need, like, say, the rocket launcher or something to fight the boss, and you can't pick it up, then you just SOL. In later games, you can get away with just using your health items when you're already topped up, but in the earlier games, you're kind of just meh. Especially because you can't discard stuff unless you're near a item box. That ain't good. I don't know if you know a lot about water, but that's where sharks are. Should be a note around here somewhere. There's a map. Take that. Not exactly a note, but it's close. Caution, in case of a drop in oil pressure control, open valve number 3. Alright. Well, I'm sure that won't happen. Like, that won't be a factor that we have to be concerned about. Error message being displayed. Something appears to have gone wrong while the water was being drained. There's a switch to drain the water. Press it. Yes. Oh dear.
Emergency. Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
Why don't you go fuck yourself? Cannot resume drainage. Okay, that's not good. Pressure shelter is locked. Release safety? Yes. Safety mechanism for pressure shelter has been released. Cool. Control over the pressure shelter. Pull it? Yes.
Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
Oil pressure lost. Shit. Restore oil pressure, then release the safety. This ain't good. Switches control the oil pressure valves. Press which? 3. God damn it, this is terribly unsafe.
Reaching 50% of pressure threshold.
Cannot resume drainage.
Activate emergency drainage system immediately.
The pressure shelter is locked. Release safety? Yes. Safety mechanism for the pressure shelter has been released. Control over the pressure shelter. Pull it? Yes. Whew. And we're safe. If the... Safety was released. Drain the water? Yes. The water has been completely drained. So if you don't drain the water out by the time the pressure reaches 100%, then you just die instantly. I think there's a cutscene where either you drown or Neptune gets in and eats you. Not 100% on that. And it's actually very possible to die in that cutscene because you can accidentally go up the ladder and that will just kill you. Like, that's just the end of you if that happens. Alright. That door, that door. This way. We need to grab an item from in here. Luckily, all the sharks are, whoa, dead and harmless. Boy, that sucks to be you, buddy. I do think they can damage you if you get too close to their mouths. But luckily, you can just resolve this problem by not being in the water, like we are right now. We want this shiny object. Damn it. Well, now we can't get out of here without dying, unless we do this. You can waste a ton of ammo trying to shoot Neptune while it's just lying there. If you try to grab the key, it'll just get you. But if you do this... Yeah, baby. Who's up for sushi tonight? Now you can get past him and grab this. Take the residence key. Jill, it says gallery right there. Right there. Are you blind? Oops. Can't go this way. I gotta go this way. Now we can get the hell out of here. I know, buddy. Life's hard, then you die, then you turn into a zombie shark, and then you die again. And with that, we are pretty much done with the Aqua Wing. Aqua Wing. Oh, have you heard about the Aqua Wing? Oh. We're done with the Aqua Ring. I'm sorry. Oops. Sorry, green herbs, I need these. Magnum rounds more important than green herbs. You unlocked it. Now we can go through this door and get back in the residence, go into the gallery, and fight our next boss. But we should probably turn out our pockets first. Probably a good idea. I kind of like how Resident Evil doesn't really have, like, objectives. Like, you're given the general objective, you know, of, like, escaping the mansion. But really, from the word go to the last cutscene, your objectives are kind of fuck. Eat shit. About to kill that guy. Your objectives are kind of self-made, right? Because, you know, you go through the mansion and you find a bunch of unlocked doors and a bunch of locked doors. And then you find the key and you go, oh, okay, cool. So you use the key to unlock the doors. And then you find the next item. I guess I got this control room key forever now. Whoopsie daisies. You grab the key and you go through the door, and you find another key behind that door, and you find another key. And then eventually you find other objects that are like keys, but not actually keys. And you collect those until you escape one area. And then, you know, you come to this resonance, and the objective is kind of just explore and unlock more and more, occasionally fighting bosses. Until you get to the lab, and then the lab is the same way. So it's less about, like, get from point A to point B, and more about, like, finding out where you can go next, and then going there, and then exhausting every potential, you know, exhausting every potential outcome of that new area until you find the key to progress to the next area. And I think that's really neat. Again, because there's no, I wouldn't say hand-holding, but there's no, like, stated objective. You're constantly moving towards... Discard. Yes! There's no, like, sub-objectives stated by the game. It's always, you know, get out of here, or find out what's going on, or escape the city, or escape the training facility, etc. and so forth. Will you take the handgun magazine? You fucking bet you're sweet patootie. Oh boy, more bees. We're about to handle this bee problem. Of course, there's a contorted expression of pain on his face. He's holding something. Killer matriarch. Is that what it says? Did it really say killer matriarch? Oh my god, it does. It's cool. Alright, we're gonna turn right around and avoid the bees. We can't go and use the insecticide on the hive itself, but we can sneakily access the hive from the back and use it here. Which gives us invincibility frames, so fuck you, bees. Ow! God damn it!